Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true.
Welcome to Navtastic, a podcast about 8 seasons in a row. I'm Lisa Fernandes and...
I'm Chris Jayawardena. Hello.
Hello. And here we have the very last episode featuring Lenny and Squiggy together in the series. This is Please Don't Feed the Buzzards. Directed by Tom Turovich, written by Andy Goldberg and Cheryl Lou, who provided the story. The teleplay was written by Goldberg. I'm sure Chris has some facts about them. Coming up.
Yeah, I got it. I got some facts. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's what the episode's about. After buying some detritus and a swamp meat, the boys think they've stumbled on an important treasure map hidden in an old suitcase. They decide to follow it into the desert, stopping by cowboy bills to pick up some provisions first. Unfortunately, their loose lips result in Frank and Carmine finding out about their good fortune. Since Carmine gave them the money to go to the swamp meet in the first place, and Frank wants to deal on the food that he's going to provide, the four of them agree to be partners in finding the treasure. They subsequently head off in the desert together. But Squiggy eats most of the provisions almost immediately, and further interpersonal conflicts result in splitting the map in 3 portions, and separating into 2 teams. Squiggy soon drinks most of the water, too, and Lenny is soon starving and delusional. Their canteens drained. Eventually running back to Carmine and Frank, the 4 men do manage to find treasure. Will they dehydrate before they make it back to civilization? Meanwhile, Laverne does a little bit of spring cleaning. What do you think of this one?
Much better joke landing per average. This is an interesting one to me, and I'm hoping that people like that. This is me returning to saying, no, that was an interesting one. I do wish I liked it more, but it is really good, and it was just so relieving to see that an episode that I have a feeling is going to rank, pretty mid-tier for me, was such a relief and breath of fresh air after what came before. Holy cow.
So good. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a relief. This is one of my favorite episodes of the season. At least, it might even be top 10 for one of my favorite boys episodes. It's really good. It's really funny for me. I really enjoy it. I love the way the comedy is paced and how the boys, set out to do this great big deed. And then in the end, they end up having to rely on Frank and on Carmine. And in the end, the boys end up all completely bonding together.
Yeah, they bond. I mean, look, there's only one way to bond over things, and that's with, old booze.
Lots of booze. Like I am.
I love that bit.
I love that. Michael is a treasure in this one, and this is his last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we're going to see Lenny till the reunion show. So,
yeah,
say goodbye to him, sadly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there are so many subtle things that the boys are able to do now that they're back together, which does absolutely elevate the episode to the point that I'm not meaning to say bad things about Turbovic as a director. I'm just saying that stylistically, this felt different from the other ones he's directed. It almost felt like a Penny-directed episode to me.
Yeah. This felt like a holdover from season 7, to be honest.
It does, even just as a concept, too, for that matter.
Yeah. It feels like something that they had in the vaults and they ended up getting bumped to season 8. It's that good.
So, yeah.
It is that good.
So, we start with spring cleaning. I do enjoy Laverne having the moment as she's coming out of the bedroom, coming down the stairs. She looks at the poster of the Beatles and goes, I hate for you boys to see me like this.
Yeah, I'm like, Laverne, they've seen you look and do way worse at this point. Oh, honey. I think that's cute, though. That's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Says, what is that Laverne, who is not a neat freak, interested in spring cleaning, though?
Well, there is nothing more than that she hates than spring cleaning. But cue the boys, anyway.
Dirty Springs.
Oh, I love that. That is so cute, that line. I know what
family.
It's like. Yeah. We don't care how dirty your springs are, Laverne. We're a family. Good joke is good is my note to that.
Yes. And Squiggy thinking that was a Nouveau Art sculpture.
Squiggy, that's a football with a pitchfork in it. That's even better.
Yeah, I know. Emilio Airhead.
I could not keep up with how many jokes they throw out in this first 5 minutes.
So
it's so strong. Miss so Samsonite.
Yeah. Hawaii, land of pineapples on the suitcase, which definitely makes it not an Emilio Airhead thing.
Yep.
Emilio Airhead thing.
And I'll go outside to beat this rug, and if you're here when I get back, I'll beat the two of you. I mean, kicking the dog, rolling the drunk, but beating the rug? It's TV generation. I tell you, Lenny, that's what it is these days.
I've been warning you about them.
But wait, there is not a ticket. there is a treasure map on the inside of this briefcase.
Lenny, you can stop thinking now.
I mean, you could still
There's so
think.
many great things.
Yeah, Lenny stopped thinking, and then you see his brain just go like blah, like he blorbs,
Yep.
goes
Like
smooth
blue
brain.
screens.
Yeah, he sods,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how I used to sign my name before I learned to spell L.
Yeah, the giant X. Oh my gosh. Then Padre, the
And
spot
Padre
where he
means-
yeah, Padre means I'm sorry in Spanish, so he's apologizing
Yep.
for making the directions so difficult to read.
My note is God, I love them.
So I have to say, would you light a cigar with a silver dollar?
God, no. You can't, unless you're a scout of some sort. What hats?
What hats? You simply reply, what hats? Yes, with their secret exploring hats. What hat?
Yes,
These
yes,
hats.
yes.
Oh, I got it. Then yeah. I also appreciate Squeaky calling Pop when they arrive at the Cowboy Bills for provisions. He says, here is my list. Oh, King of Cooks.
Oh, King of Cooks. And then eventually Frank kisses him and he goes, why do men find me so attractive? Older men find me so attractive.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good. Yep.
Yeah.
The back and forth with this with the four guys is pretty solid. You got the money, get up, yo, the money, no food. And then Carmen asking, what's with those hats? It's like, now, Len, what treasure? Swap.
Flap. I love him so much. Oh, it's so good.
But yeah.
Oh, God. Carmen actually gave him cash, which was interesting. No
Yep.
way, Josie.
No way, Josie. That's mine as well. Good. Give me the $4 right now. Welcome aboard, he says instead. And Lenny grabbing the fan on the way out. It's going to get real hot in the desert. How are you going to use that? The same way I use it at home. And then he just waves it around. So,
Yeah, it's so precious. I love it so much.
and then a new set again when we get them out into the Mojave.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
yeah. And it's like I said, season 8. It's like they tried to make sure there was always a new set. We didn't have one for the last episode, but we've had them pretty regularly for the last few, and for most of the season, really.
Yeah, they did a good job trying to build it up. They really did. The enormous burp outside of Barstow.
The yeah, that big burp you heard outside Barstow, and he thumbs over at him. Yeah.
Yep. Prop falls for no real reason at this point, but it's funny.
Yep. I did find it a bit of an annoying cliche of the idiot that ate all the provisions before they got to the first lunch break, though.
I know. Hope the next hump out of here.
So I do have to mention, by the way,
Right.
now that we're on the set, what the hell is with that color temperature mixture?
I have no clue. They were trying to make it look really, really sunny, and it is not working. It's
Right,
washed out.
Because for those who haven't seen this episode, Future Me, put up a picture of that, please. Thank you. So you have this warm fill. Go ahead and doodle the warm fill over there, and then this sharp like hair light, or like it's not necessarily a key; it's a hair or rim light, basically. And
Yeah.
it's a blue toned light. It's a higher Kelvin than the warm, because warmer is like 3200. Those of you that have to get your bulbs for your indoor lights, you're familiar with the Kelvin system. And a daylight balance bulb or a daylight balance light is in the higher Kelvin scale. And that is clearly like a 5600K bulb, and they're white balancing the camera or the color timing on the film stock and actually maybe the film stock itself is a tungsten balanced mix. It's just really sloppy and weird. I don't understand. I don't know if did they run out of CTO for the lights or something, but it's bizarre.
It's pretty odd, but at least it's interesting to look at. In a way, it's better than being bland.
Yeah, I guess.
It's better than being bland. It's better than looking like crapola. Old crapola. It's like, it maybe not be visually stunning, but considering the pablum we've been fed, and so, ergo.
Yeah.
Ergo.
Anyway, so now they're stuck in the desert. Wait for the next camel to come along and hop the next hump out of here.
Yep. And there is literal map ripping here. They literally just
Split into quarters.
Yeah, and then they expect to be able to follow it when they're completely separated.
So it's very squiggy, at least.
Yeah, so it's a very squiggy idea, but the fact that Frank and Carmine go along with it is hilarious. They are not thinking either. The fact that the boys tried to weigh themselves on the truck scale, that's adorable.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's cute. And Carmine wanted to ditch them there, or they did.
Yep.
The boys. So go ahead.
And the boys end up ditching Carmen and Pop while speaking very loudly their plan, I felt.
Yeah, but I did love the line, "We got each other. Who needs them?" That's very them.
It's very them. Yep.
It's very sweet, too.
And then they wander off to a redressed version of the same set as their lost and dusting the desert and overheated.
And it's even brighter. The lighting is even more fake.
Maybe that trail of sand instead of breadcrumbs wasn't such a bright idea, huh?
Oh, boy, this is so sweet. The fact that Lenny thinks Hansel and Gretel is based on a real story.
Yeah. That's so...
Honey. And he also brought a coloring book in the desert. Honey.
Oh, boy. There she goes. There goes my girlfriend again, everybody.
And Squiggy protests that Hansel and Gretel is a girl's book.
Right. Of course it worked for them.
It's a girl's book. I love Squiggy's big old rant here. It's been a while since we had a Squigman rant.
Mm-hmm.
We are sinking, in fact. In fact, we are lost.
God. And then getting on Lenny's case for whining. I'm not whining. I just want to eat. It's very cute.
By the way, as a New Englander, there's no such thing as it ever being too hot for fried clams. Trust me on this. Trust me. We sell those motherfuckers when it's 90 degrees outside. If it's 100 degrees outside, we are selling them with ice cream and Doughboys and lemonade and frozen lemonade. We are peddling them with clam cakes in the middle of the summer heat. That's our thing. So Lenny's wrong.
Well, to be fair, Lenny is a Milwaukan. As Wisconsinite. What is it?
But he's been on the other coast for a while. Yeah. Well, Lenny technically comes from the Long Island area, like Michael.
Oh, right.
And then they moved to Milwaukee sometime in his childhood. And then they moved from Milwaukee to California, obviously, with the rest of the gang. So, yeah. Water.
What? Sorry, what? Oh, we're fresh out.
Water.
And then it's like, you got the peanut butter, I got the water. Fair is fair. Yes. And my note is, hi, helmet.
Yep. Tragically, that's a schemer. That's a schemer gesture.
Mm-hmm.
That's a schemer gesture. But water with legs. And this is an excuse to get Leslie in a harem outfit.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that it wasn't Penny.
Yeah, well, at the very least, he's dreaming of Jeannie.
Yeah, he is. And he orders water with water on the side. More water.
Oh, and you caught the bit where Squiggy is tanning, and then he looks at it.
Yes, I was going to mention that! He's sitting there sunbathing, totally unbothered. It's so him. I love it.
And then it's like, water with legs. What water? What legs? What hats?
What hats? Then he said, "Oh, it's real. I can touch her." And then the absolutely filthy joke that they get by the censors. He goes, "What part of her are you touching?" And then he goes, "Her face." And he goes, "Must be a short woman." Because he thought he was,
Yeah, groping down south the border there.
Groping down south the border, trying to get water in a different way, so to speak.
Hey-oh.
Make it rain in a different way.
And if you would like to know more about Rain in a Different Way, you can listen to our Night After Night After Dark, where we reviewed the Laverne and Shirley porno parody.
God help us. Oh, God, that was such an experience. More cinder blocks. Anyway.
Wait around for you all day and you never show, just like the gas company.
That's such a line. That's such a great line. Your mind's playing tricks on your brain.
Yeah, he says brains, plural, which I even love more.
Oh, God, that's great. So good. And then carry me.
Carry me, yep. I'm so glad to see an episode of camaraderie like this.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's so good. It's so good. It gets even more camaraderie as the episode goes on.
Yep. And I mean, listen, if you can't get four guys in the desert to not find a giant boner-wielding cactus and bond over it, then
that cactus is such a phallic symbol. Who fabricated that? Who did that? I want more details. Because it's basically a cactus sitting there with a boner. And it's like, we can tell.
And I want to know,
like an arrow.
Are there behind-the-scenes photos of people stroking it?
Are there? No, there aren't. I'm surprised there aren't. There aren't as far as I know.
Yeah. Anyway, so they find that this is the cactus they've been looking for, everything they wanted right there in the sand. Of course, Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually get a delayed hello gag. The hello gag doesn't
Yep.
come up until here, which is could spend our money on things that are totally useless. Hello.
Yep.
Because I noted earlier when I was doing my notes that I was surprised that they missed the hello gag when she says there's nothing more worse than she hates than spring cleaning. The boys come in, but there's no hello.
Yeah. But it's technically a holo gag when they don't reply. It's like when Shirley shouts, "Somebody get this dress off of me," and the boys burst in.
Right. Exactly.
And break it up and make it up.
Anyway, so
Yes.
be careful with the water, Len. And don't worry, Carmine, we got a delivery coming Thursday.
Thursday. I got peanut butter in my teeth. Help me.
And then you have the fight over the treasure, which turns out to be
A big old bottle of Napoleon brandy.
1853. I know it would be an old bottle. He was my favorite president.
I was just about to say he's a favorite president. That's such a great line. And then they drink it, and Carmine goes digging for a six-pack that he doesn't find.
Right.
I want you to notice that Michael's mullet is longer and blonder here. So they probably did some reshoots at some point.
Yeah, that tracks.
He was trying to grow his hair out for Smile Tap, and they just screwed and slapped a wig on him.
And this whole bit of them getting drunk together.
Fighting.
I hope I get the worm, Squig being Squig. Yeah, my mom got a big laugh out of how blasted they are. And the whole Squiggy and Frank thing. May I call you Jay? Yeah. I love you, Jay. Oh, I love you, Jay. I love you.
I love Carmine saying we ain't got time to do what David Nivens would do.
Yes.
When Squiggy asks about tasting.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah, the cork's out, seal's broken. Yeah.
And of course, L'chaim.
Yep.
It's still a great line. I love that. I did write down the note. The desert has turned them into raving drunkards.
Yeah.
Call back. Carmine's story about his dad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and also
So they will have two chairs.
Squiggy, you're the son I never wanted. That's just what my father used to say.
Oh, God.
Heartbreaking.
All the interplay between Frank and Squiggy in this episode is so good.
Yeah, it is very good.
So, the Raymond Burr line, that was apparently David genuinely breaking Michael because he kept saying different things in the rehearsal. He told him it was going to be completely different when they taped it.
Oh, my God.
So, Michael was braced for him to say something, but not the Raymond Burr line. So, apparently he genuinely broke and laughed. And he says that's the only time David ever did that, but I think I've seen evidence of him doing that to him several times, including him laughing behind that palm frond during Perfidy in Blue.
That's right, yeah. You know, Squig, if you die first, I'll leave it back to you. I don't know where it is. That's beautiful.
Why couldn't we be this close when we were alive?
And then you have the guy in radioactive suits come by.
Yeah. Look, we've died on to Venus. Every single line in this entire exchange is golden. Look, we've died on to Venus.
Yep, another bunch of going wacky in the sun. We come in peace, and he holds up the antlers. That's my friend Jay.
Yeah, we are Earthlings. We come in peace. This is my friend Jay. I am Squiggy. How do you do?
What are you doing here? This is a military test site. Now, I had to break up your picnic, but there's a bomb about to go off in 1 hour.
Oh, great. We got an hour to live. I thought we were dead already.
Yeah.
So good.
If you guys don't get out of here, you'll have a hangover that glows in the dark.
Glows in the dark. Yep. They try. They're so drunk that they sees double.
Yeah. See that Jeep?
Van to get out of there. Jeep to get out of there, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Entourage. I like that little line from Eddie.
Right.
Of course, the boys keep trying to think of a way to monetize this somehow. What? And then we get the tag scene.
Yep. And Rhonda, those are the things I'm keeping. Oh, it's nice. I like how she doesn't necessarily directly apologize, but she does try to make it better after she says whatever she says. My
first corsage, Joey Ponticelli gave it to me. He hurt me bad.
Oh, did he leave you for another?
No, he stuck a pin in me.
And then the boys appear in their shepherd's outfits.
They're chic. They're trying to be desert sheiks, and
good.
I love that they're going up to the observatory, and there's a zoo up there. They don't get that it's really a zoo. Did the animals play shuffleboard?
Number 1, did the animals play shuffleboard? 2, if they did, why did they play shuffleboard? Question number 3, what is shuffleboard?
Yeah. So ridiculous.
And that's me out of notes.
Yeah, and Laverne's comment about God and all of his wisdom, what was he doing when he saved the two of them? It's like, well, God didn't save the two of them, he saved their ancestors. They could have been totally different people.
Yeah, my mom didn't like that line. She was actually she was pretty dour on this episode overall, but
I thought that was, well, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I think what it
I
is
thought it was a little mean.
Yeah, she found she found like those elements I think a little mean, and I think that what she really wanted was to see them succeed. She was rooting for him, I think.
Well, in the end, they found a closer relationship with these guys, considering how kind of I guess not fractured, not hairy, but very
antagonistic.
I was gonna say antagonistic. It's not always antagonistic. Probably.
Strained?
Not strained. Strained is too strong of a word for it. On and off, difficult, hot and cold. Hot and cold.
There you go.
It kind of brings them all to a new level of intimacy. It's really nice, and I enjoy. I really like this one.
Then on that note, I have one thing that I wish we had changed in the final episode. Was that Frank and Carmine were going to go with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been funny.
Because then, and had them in their own outfits, and it's like, I think, like, say, Frank is in his bathrobe, and Carmine has a sheet wrapped around himself.
Oh my god, that would have been great. That would have been great. Or Frank has his apron from the restaurant. He's using it. Yes, that's over his head. And Carmine has a version that's clearly inspired by his dance stylings. And thus.
Yeah. I would have liked all that. But yeah, it's generally still a good episode. But yeah, so we have our quick writer notes, and I'm done with Tom Turbovic notes. As I said, I've run out for this guy. Wayne Powers but we have our actor note as Wayne Powers as Gus, because it turns out the man with the radiation suit actually first appeared in season 4 as 2 different cops. He's the guy who played the cop in It's a Dog's Life and the strict cop in Oh Come All Ye Bums.
Oh, that's cool.
He'll be back for Councilman DeFazio in a few episodes. His time in acting would actually continue, mostly being in small parts, matching his start on shows like One Day at a Time and The Bad News Bears. But he does pop into Murder, She Wrote, Street Hawk, Simon & Simon, and even Alien Nation. He actually got a recurring role in the one-season wonder 13 East and seems to have been retired since 2005. Now, for the writers of this episode, though, Andy Goldberg and Cheryl Alou. So Andy has this as his first credit on a TV show with a segment of The Love Boat and 2 episodes of Throb coming up ahead of him. Now, actually, his real focus has been acting. He actually is one of the improv actors in The Goodbye Girl. He's also done voices for Inspector Gadget. He was in the Gary Shandling Show 25th Anniversary Special, yet again. Circuitry Man 1 and 2, the Jesse Ventura thing that we've brought up Vernon Wells project that we brought up before in regards to the guy who played Eraserhead.
Yes.
And Andy's even recently been working on like some shorts and things like that. But
nice.
On the other hand, Cheryl Lou returns here for story by credit, but this is the first appearance of her since 5th Anniversary back in season 6. So we were wondering about this being a better episode that was kind of left behind and maybe, kind of got dusted off and reworked. I have a suspicion this is a good probability for it. But Cheryl will end up going to be a writer and PA on Punky Brewster, as well as Perfect Strangers and Getting By, along with other alums of Laverne and Shirley. And her last major project was My Lieben and Ike, a German sitcom that actually had herself and Paula A. Roth among its writing staff.
Wow. That's cool. That's really cool, though. It's really cool.
That's it for today.
Mein kleinen Volkswagen. That means my little bug.
I am curious what you're ranking this one.
This is a 9. Actually, this might be a 10. It's a 10.
Wow.
I get so much enjoyment out of this episode. This is a 10. Screw it. I get so much enjoyment out of this episode. It's funny. It's great. The only thing it really needed was more Laverne. But otherwise, it's a good, solid boys episode with a lot of all the rest of the gang, all the rest of the guys, doing silly things with rapid patter, and it's funny. And that's really all you need.
That figures. But I will go for a 7.5. The patter's good. I don't know if it was just the fact that I had to watch this immediately after Ghost Story both times, that because I'll tell you, Ghost Story, I did not want to do any of this after Ghost Story.
Yeah.
I didn't want to record these episodes. I didn't want to watch anymore. I know we only have 4 left, but like I was dead. I was done. So it's one of those like just because you get a kiss from your favorite movie star doesn't stop the fact that it still hurts that you got kicked in the junk, a few minutes earlier.
Very, 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 very true.
So watching this divorced of the episode of the other episodes around it might help.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Next watch along. See what you think of it.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you again, everybody, so much for listening in on Night After Night. And if you would like to know more, you can find us at Night After Night PC or Night After Night Pod on Facebook, WordPress, Tumblr, Patreon, or YouTube, or wherever cool podcasts may be found. The totally cool podcast. So, Lisa Hunter, how's it going with the next episode?
Oh, yeah. We meet Squiggy's soon-to-be divorced sister Squendolyn for the first time, and she has the hots for Carmine. Unfortunately, Squiggy's paying Carmine to show his sister a good time, which means Squendolyn's in for a heartbreak. Will Carmine redeem himself? This is How's Your Sister.
What the fuck?
Bye, y'all, and remember, if you're gonna bring peanut butter to the desert, make sure you take milk with you and some crackers. Maybe a little bit of celery. Yeah. Get yourself a nice little desert spread. Bye, y'all.